What is going on, YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically in today's episode, there are going to be a few different topics to discuss. The major one is obviously the retest of major resistance on price ceilings and why we're starting to correct lower on these major cryptos, and also kind of how low we're going to be moving to. And as you guys know, this is pretty much the holiday weekend. Monday is Christmas, so the markets are going to be closed today, tomorrow, Monday, open back up, I believe, on Tuesday here. So we're going to see some interesting things right now within the market. It's going to be weird to see kind of how we start to trend the next couple of days. So far, as of today, XRP has dipped quite a bit off that resistance that we spoke about. You can see here, same thing kind of with Ethereum dipping lower, same thing with Bitcoin, and the S&P 500 is pretty much consolidated back up to the top here, almost near its previous high, but we've managed to lower ourselves from 81 on the RSI down to 68, which is definitely we're headed in the right direction, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of interesting factors we have to look at. I also think we can slightly pull this up just like that right here, and that's pretty much where the top resistance is for XRP. Ethereum looks good, and same thing with Bitcoin, but you can see they're all pretty much hitting a price ceiling, and a decision is going to have to be made. Will we break through, or will we pull back down? And that's what I'm going to try to answer. And I'm just going to show you both variables that could happen today. But with all of that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, I just checked the tracking and the keychain should arrive today, which is good news. That means we'll be able to do the Amazon gift card giveaway starting Monday, which is super exciting. On Christmas Day, I know, we'll be doing the giveaway. So I guess ideally it did come in time for the holidays. However, I would have liked it to come a couple weeks ago here, but we'll be restarting that, and the rules for that will be on Monday again. So just keep that in mind here. But moving forward and diving into today's video, you can see yesterday's video was basically the reference to what could be a double top. Like, could this be the double top forming? And if so, this is what you need to do. Now, that's pretty much the reference that we're going to cover and go over today. But before we dive into the actual technical indicators and analysis here, market analysis and market sentiment, we're trading at 1.67 trillion, 75 on the fear and greed index. Most of the cryptocurrencies were actually flatlined. We're at 0, which is nuts. Solana has been pumping 25%. BNB is up 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, not really doing too hot, but you can see for the most part, it's been a lot of sideways movement on some of these other cryptocurrencies. Not really much movement across the board here, which is honestly fine for me. But to dive right into things here, looking at XRP to start, you can see XRP, like I said, we thought we were seeing a 6 bull flag. I still believe we're seeing that 6 bull flag confirmation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with the 6th one right here, you can see it appears like we're starting to head up 2. You can see we had drawn the first one right here. This was bull flag number 5 with the lower high, lower low movement. We broke out, definitely shot up here. That could be number 5. And here we are forming number 6 flag pull, correction back down right to moving average, and now we're breaking up. But the main focus is going to be, what are we doing right now? Now that we've trended outside of this resistance, what will we see happen this weekend, this extended holiday weekend here? Saturday, today, Sunday, and then Monday. Where will we end up with the stock market closed and people not paying attention to crypto? You can see really the buy-in opportunity for XRP would come if we can break through the price ceiling. So if XRP, after consolidating, can break through and close a daily, which it hasn't been able to do, and you can see the problems in the past right at that resistance, quite a lot actually. But if we can break through this right here, that would be the opportunity that we'd need to buy in and long it to the upside here. So because we haven't broken through this resistance just yet, we have to be patient here. We did bounce off the moving average, so we are in a good setting here, in a good sitting. But ideally what we're looking for is a rally probably pretty large if we can confirm closure above this major resistance here. And how that would happen would be obviously closing above that daily. Now, the alternative to that is dumping lower, and how that would happen is by correcting down, falling down a moving average. Now, I don't think we're going to be going much lower than this, to be honest with you. I think the lowest point would be down to the blue band right here and then reversing off of that, as I don't think, and we really haven't seen the market fall much lower than the blue band in the past here. Now, obviously we have, but just something that I would likely think is we haven't seen much big dumps like that to take place right now. So I think we're looking pretty good with just a heavy support right over here and staying above this for the most part and kind of wicking back up. So really, it's those two scenarios that I'd likely think would happen here, but I think the rest of the market is bullish nonetheless, and that rally would take place. Now, what gets interesting, we'll look at the double top in Bitcoin in a minute, but for those that don't know, BidFi is the #1 cryptocurrency exchange that we like to use here on the channel, that I like to use here on the channel. Basically, you can buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you'd want on an exchange is offered on BidFi, which is incredible here, including the fact that they're offering a way to earn up to $2,888 completely free by signing up with the link down in the description below, as well as the fact that they offer a demo account which gives you live trading, real trading for free and risk-free by signing up and using the demo account. Literally, you can trade XRP, get familiar with the platform, get familiar with your trades, my trades, long, short. They give you $50K in Monopoly money to test your skills. Then when you're ready, you can use the live account with real cryptocurrency, which is super cool. And then you can use their free $2,800 if you do what it takes. You have to make some deposits, but you can also withdraw that money back out and still earn that bonus, excuse me. So it's really cool, and I highly recommend you check them out. Now, moving forward and looking at these other cryptos, so besides XRP starting to peak top here, we see Ethereum, Bitcoin, and even the S&P 500 seeing similar things. We've been tracking a much bigger Ethereum uptrend, kind of an ascending triangle, kind of stair-stepping up higher, so on and so forth. You can see the smaller bull flag formation that formed here. You can see the flag pole, the flag itself to the downside. We broke out of it a couple days ago, about 2 days ago. I think it was Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday look pretty interesting. But ideally, I think we still need to fill this in here. There's a lot more play left in this before we hit the price ceiling to make that sort of decision. And ideally, the opportunity to buy in conservatively, like I said, is above price ceiling at about $2,400. So we break through 2380, 2390, this area right here. This would scream breakout to the upside. So it's about 2370, I'd say, on average. And then we can get that opportunity to buy in and long. Otherwise, we could very easily see a dump back down to moving average, which is still an opportunity to short, but something that we can't rule out just yet. And then looking at Bitcoin here, you can see Bitcoin is in a bull flag, but it's almost like we're seeing a double top. I'm not seeing it on XRP, not seeing it yet on Ethereum, but Bitcoin for sure. You can see 1, 2, we're forming that M, which typically results in a breakout to the downside here, or a dump to the downside here. So you got to pay close attention to this, as it definitely could happen. But it is something we can easily take advantage of, because we have the option, we have the tools to short Bitcoin if it does decide to dump. But it's a weird timing that this is all coming, because we're going to have today, tomorrow, and Monday, and then into Tuesday of consolidation. So we might float at this top for quite some time and really fill in double top formation before we see any sort of dump or pump. I don't know yet. We're going to figure it out, but ideally that's what you have to pay attention to. If we can close the daily above resistance here, we can buy in and long it to the upside. If it doesn't happen, we'll have the opportunity to short it back down to support here, where I think a lot of these cryptos are definitely due to see. Like, besides XRP, Ethereum is very much so high up above its moving average. And the same thing goes with Bitcoin. So a correction back down is definitely a huge possibility for us right now. Same thing with the S&P. The S&P can very easily see a pullback down a moving average, which I think is necessary, to be honest. But hopefully, maybe it slowly comes back down. And as it does that, the moving average can slowly catch up, and we can kind of come into contact with it over here instead of pulling all the way down. But that's pretty much where I see the markets moving to. Otherwise, we do look good overall across the board, but I think a healthy correction is definitely what's needed. You can see we're right near the double top, which is nuts here, but we're also nearing overbought. So I think a pullback to the downside is definitely vital right now for the health and longevity of crypto, as well as the stock market right now. We need to pull back down just a tiny bit. But with that being said, like I said again, Amazon gift card giveaway will be on Monday. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.